the Zen Brain Podcast,
where we explore alternatives to psychiatric medication and strategies for conscious lifestyle change. Here's your host and philosophical entertainer, Michael Pierce.
Michael Pierce.
Okay, so we'll discuss some of the benefits of isochronic tones and brainwave entrainment. So isochronic tones, again, are those single tones that come off and on at regular spaced intervals. They're usually pretty brief, creating a beat that's kind of a rhythmic pulse and often embedded in other sounds of music, nature, binaural beats, and other healing tones. So the brainwaves are produced by electroactivity in the brain. It can be measured with an EEG, which would be a fun experiment to do with psychedelic sessions, is to measure everybody's EEG and get the feedback and be able to track it and do a case study. That would be super exciting for me. But there are several recognized types of brainwaves. We discussed some of these in the Binaural Beats podcast. But just to go over quickly, gamma is a state of high concentration and problem solving. Beta is an active mind or normal waking state. Alpha is calm and restful. Theta is a state of tiredness, daydreaming, or early sleep. And delta is deep sleep or dreaming. Many isochronic tones are set to music. And here's a quick example of an anxiety relief isochronic tone. And this will help reduce anxiety by bringing your brain down into a relaxed alpha state. And then eventually it'll increase low beta activity at the end. We're not going to listen to the whole thing, but I just wanted to give you a quick idea. Can you hear that little beat? That's the isochronic tone. So if you're curious, you can do more searches on YouTube and hear some more for yourself. So what's the difference? Isochronic compared to binaural and monaural beats. You may have heard about these other tones in previous podcasts. Unlike isochronic tones, the binaural and monaural beats are continuous. The tone isn't turned on and off as it is with isochronic. The way that they're generated is also different in the way they're created. Because the binaural beats are generated with the two tones. The monaural have the two tones in similar frequency, but they're combined in both ears. So some of the benefits in using isochronic tones and other forms of brainwave entrainment can produce specific mental states such as attention, promoting healthy sleep, alleviating stress and anxiety, perception of pain, memory, meditation, and mood enhancements. So how does this all work? Well, the lower frequency brain waves such as theta and delta waves are associated with sleep. Therefore, listening to low frequency isochronic tone might potentially help to promote sleep. Where higher frequency brain waves such as gamma and beta are associated with that active engaged mind, so listening to higher frequency isochronic tones could possibly aid in attentiveness and concentration. The intermediate type of brain wave, alpha waves, occurs in a relaxed state. When you're listening to isochronic tones with alpha frequency, it may induce a state of relaxation or aid in meditation. So on some of the research, there haven't been too many research studies performed on the isochronic tones specifically. Because of this, additional research is going to be needed. Some studies have used repeating tones to study brainwave entrainment. However, the tones used in these studies haven't been isochronic in nature. This means that there was a variation in pitch in the intervals between tones or in both. While research in isochronic tones is lacking, some research into the effectiveness of binaural beats and monaural beats and brainwave entrainment have been performed. And what I'm doing personally with the psychedelic sessions is I'm mixing all of these elements. I'm mixing all of these healing modalities with nature, with drums, rattles, oming, and different shamanic sounds like didgeridoos and rain sticks and all of these types of things. And that's really because I have done some of this in sound baths, which are very similar to these healing modalities, but we're dealing with more consistent frequencies, whether it's a Tibetan bowl or a crystal bowl, or even just like I said, a consistent rattle or drum. That's how the shamans of old did it. There were more shamans using a consistent frame drum than ayahuasca. Everybody these days thinks shaman and automatically goes to plant medicine, which is true because shamans are trained in that. But they use sound, and even the ancient temples, some of the things that they're not sure what they are look like they might be large singing bowls that could send frequencies, back up into the pyramid for uses of energy and healing. Just theory. I don't know that for certain. So just some tips. Keep the volume reasonable. You don't want to be so loud that it's going to disrupt you or cause any hearing damage. Use caution if you have epilepsy. Some brainwave entrainment can cause seizures, especially if there's flashing lights. Beware of your surroundings and avoid using the more relaxation frequencies if you're driving a car or operating heavy equipment. So just to summarize, isochronic tones are tones of the same frequency that are separated by short intervals that creates a rhythmic pulsing sound and are used in the process of brainwave entrainment, which your brain waves are deliberately manipulated to sync with an external stimulus like sound. Other examples of auditory entrainment, like we've discussed, are binaural beats, monaural beats, and solfeggio tones. Thanks for listening, and we will see you in the next sound healing session.
A lot of people may not know how to safely and properly integrate their psychedelic experience. They may be unsure of how to integrate the feelings and emotions that psychedelics uncover. Psychedelics are used by all walks of life. It is typically a safe and therapeutic experience. However, for those that do not know how to work with what's revealed in your mind and heart, it may not be as beneficial as one would like. A psychedelic sound healing session can help guide people on their own spiritual journey through sound frequencies, allowing them to sit comfortably in a safe space without any external sounds or distractions. Psychedelic sessions can take place in a group setting or in individual sessions based on what the individual needs are. These sessions can help people explore their inner self and integrate their psychedelic experience into their life more fully with support from experienced professionals. If you would like your own psychedelic sound healing session, click the link in the description.